I heard the people in the Netherlands, they're a lot more direct when it comes to communicating. Did you find that difficult?
Yeah, well, Hungary and Poland, I think I think you got an idea. We definitely preferred this, that it's here more free-spirited and less judgment.
The food in the Netherlands is quite good. I mean, comparing to English food, for example. I don't know if you've ever tasted. Okay.
I mean, I'm from Sweden, and Sweden is also a pretty tall country. So for me, it's the similar.
You cycle everywhere, and also like the moment I moved in here, I also started to do it.
It's very international, and it's easy to be here when you're not from here.
Today, we're in the Netherlands to learn the lessons that the Dutch have already figured out. Weed and prostitution are legal, is a country known for its personal freedom. So let's go and interview some people and see what the Dutch do better than the rest of the world. What can other countries learn from the Dutch?
The food in the Netherlands is quite good. I mean, comparing to English food, for example. I don't know if you've ever tasted. Okay.
They're very healthy and fit, like exactly with the cycling. I think it's such a nice habit for them to have it, that you cycle everywhere. And also like the moment I moved in here, I also started to do it.
The Netherlands are very inclusive to other countries and people, because I'm not from here, so I think people are really very kind and like taking care of other people coming from other countries.
Living standard is good. I really like cycling, so I think that really adds to it, that it has like this sort of towny vibe, but it's still a city that has everything.
Like, it's very international, and it's easy to be here when you're not from here.
Even with the bad weather, they have a good atmosphere. It's quite a thing that the Netherlands do better than the others.
I think they're pretty organized, like you can handle everything here that you want. Any like legal or governance matters or like benefits, I think that's really good here.
The quality of life is very nice.
Yeah.
Like it's just very high, so that's nice.
Yeah, when the sun is out, they really enjoy
Yes.
it. Then everyone is sitting out in terraces and just like really enjoying life, so.
The Netherlands seems like a very free country. Apparently it was the first country to legalize gay marriage, for example. Of course, you see like the coffee shops where weed is legal and prostitution is legal in the red light district, for example. Do you think, how does that compare to your own home countries?
Actually, that's a good question. I think legalizing this kind of stuff is a better way to protect maybe the customers, the person working in that kind of industries. I'm not sure it would work in any other countries. You need to have a lot of surveillance to make sure it works well. I mean, in France, we love to strike, we love to complain. We're not as disciplined as the people in the Netherlands.
Yeah, well, Hungary and Poland, I think I think you got an idea. We definitely preferred this, that it's here more free-spirited and less judgment.
The mindset like in Poland and I guess like Hungary, it's just very close-minded. So I think here they're way more open and like empowering, and I think that was also one of the first things that I've noticed when I moved here.
And in terms of expressing yourself, freedom of speech, do you feel like here you can do that? You can say what you feel? Or is there sort of self-censorship where people are reluctant to say their true opinions?
I believe you can here. I don't feel like I'm Dutch, so I'm not really like speaking up for things that are like happening like in the country. Of course, if it's like more like a global issue, then obviously can go out, you can protest. It's I think it's pretty good. Yeah,
I didn't see such a difference between Poland and Netherlands with the freedom of speech. So yeah, I think I'm not Dutch, so it's hard for me to say it.
I heard the people in the Netherlands, they're a lot more direct when it comes to communicating. Did you find that difficult? And do you actually prefer it now? Because sometimes people say when people are direct in their communication, it's so much easier when you don't have to read between the lines.
People are nice, maybe a bit more direct.
some people can mistake that for rudeness, but like I believe Hungary and I think Poland, we are also pretty direct. So it's not like we don't smile if we don't have to.
But French people are more, they like to hide what they think, but I think we can read on their face.
You have to maybe learn the nuances and understand what a person's really saying. And one of my Dutch friends was telling me how, for example, if you're at their house, they might say, pass the bottle of wine. And in the UK, you'd say, if you don't mind, if it's not too much trouble, would you pass the bottle of wine? So it's a lot longer to say the same thing, which I found was quite interesting.
Polish people are like direct, and so I actually really liked it that they're direct and I don't have to read between the lines. So that's like a plus.
The Netherlands has, I think, the tallest people in all of Europe. When it comes to maybe dating, do you think height is very important for Dutch people?
Yeah, I guess. I guess. I mean, I'm from Sweden, and Sweden is also a pretty tall country. So for me, it's the similar, and I think people from Sweden at least care a lot about height. So yeah, I would say yes.
And when it comes to a relationship, for example, in France and the way you communicate, is it more easy or is it more difficult?
I think French people are more pudic. I don't know how to say in
Like to hide their feelings. It's a way of protecting themselves.
less demonstrative.
Yes, the same as in the UK. I mean, I know English people like to pretend that everything's going right, keep calm, carry on. I think it depends on your
Mindset,
your mindset, your culture, where you were born. For someone living in the Netherlands, maybe it's normal to shout at people because they didn't respect a crosswalk when you're biking. I don't know.
What's one thing maybe the Netherlands can do better as well?
I think they could do better within like sustainability and how they are handling waste and all of those questions, because I'm also comparing to Sweden. I think they have a lot to learn there.